Have you ever felt like you were in a temporary season? All right, so we're out. We found someone I don't know where we at. Where are we? But we're somewhere in Atlanta, and we're gonna get some food from somewhere. This video is long overdue, don't you think? So I've had so many people ask me, Jenny, do you still live in Cabo? Jenny, are you in Atlanta? The answer is, oh my gosh, I'm back here in the States. I don't even know if this is working, but we're gonna act like it is. So the reason why I am no longer in Cabo as of the middle of 2024 is because life has happened just like it does in your life, right? We've had family circumstances and situations that need me to be closer to my family. Another reason is our daughter, you know, she lived with us in Cabo and got to go to a Mexican school, and she got that experience, but she wants to graduate with her peers and friends in the States. I don't like it, but you know, apparently we have to care about their feelings just a little bit. My husband doesn't care though, do you?
Nope.
You don't care. However, so we are in a phase of, I don't like to call it a sacrifice. We're in a temporary season, and in this temporary season, we had to take a step back. You know, as you know, in 2021, we started working in tech and landing QA engineer roles. I've now helped hundreds of people pivot into tech. In that time, I was able to go live in Cabo, and we lived and worked remote from Cabo for almost 3 years. But life was still happening also with my family. It's kind of weird because it's like you think you work this hard to accomplish something, and then you accomplish a certain level of success, and then life hits you again. You think that if you make more money, it just solve all your freaking problems. It didn't. If anything, other problems came that we realized money just can't always solve. But we're going to push through. We're going to push through, and we have a new plan. We have a plan to pivot so that I can be here for my family, my kids, but then me and my husband can still continue to go on with the life that we are continuing to build. So a few things. I'm not going to tell you all my business, but I'm going to tell you a little bit of our plan. So I've been watching a little bit of HGTV a lot. Right, Vince?
Oh my God. I'm tired of Egypt.
Egypt Charade on HGTV. Oh my gosh, do I love that. I binge watched all of them. So here's our plan. We're going to use this temporary season of life to be here for our family, and to also build a forever home in Atlanta. I'm gonna say Dunwoody, perimeter. Yes, I'm a little bougie like that. But the goal is to buy our older home and renovate it to be our forever home for, you know, me and my husband, a great property where we know the value's not gonna go down, and also a property for our kids, so that they can have. My husband's not gonna say it's for our kids, it's for us. But you know, if they still around and doing good in life and we're not here no more, then they'll have an asset. If it was up to me and my husband, we would be living out of the country. We would not be here on a daily basis in the States. But again, life has us back home in the States, in Atlanta, so we're going to make the best of it. And again, I want this to encourage you, because I know a lot of times I've had people even say, hey Jen, I want to join your program, but financially I can't do it, or I'm helping my family. And I know it's a hard pill to swallow when you feel like you can't make a certain choice because other things are in your way. But I want you to take what I'm telling you as a way to just treat your life as a temporary season, and not a sacrifice, or not the end of, you know, the choices that you can later make. Maybe this is just a temporary season, and maybe you're supporting your children. Maybe you're trying to increase your income. Maybe you're getting out of debt. Maybe you're having to help take care of your parents. A lot of us have aging parents. I mean, shoot, I'm almost hitting 40, and I realize, oh my gosh, like my mother's age, right? She doesn't look like she's older, but the truth of the matter is she is. Earlier this year, my father did endure a medical situation with a stroke, and he's better now and back to normal, but some people don't come back from that. So I just want to encourage you that if you're in a season of feeling like you can't make certain moves, make the best of it. And for me, my story is different because there are influencers and people out there online that'll show you their lifestyle, and that's great. But I always want to be the one that you can look at and really say, she's real. Because real shit happens in life. And I don't care how much money you make, how many cars you buy, how many homes you buy, how many vacations. This shit is not easy. And I am in the season of life where we have careers, we have kids, we have our parents, we have a growing business where I had to do taxes on, and I have so many things that I'm growing from. So I'm taking this season to be a season of growth, reflection, and also a temporary season of not sacrifice, but of repositioning. So we're going to take the good with the bad, right? And I don't want to call it the bad, but the things of life that we have to focus on, we're going to make that our priority. But we're still going to live and have a good life. So we'll keep talking about this. So this is kind of phase one. But I just wanted to share with you, I definitely have people say, do I live in Atlanta? Am I back from Cabo? The answer is yes. Temporarily. And the goal is to have 2 homes. So the goal is to have a home in Atlanta where I can build and make it what I want. And then the goal is to have our Cabo home, which we will be going back to Cabo to have a Cabo home. So the goal is to have 2 homes, but the focus is and priority is family and life right now. We have 2 children. I have a 21-year-old and a 15-year-old, and so I am also, helping, support my children as they are becoming adults. So as much as we want to just go away from the world, live out of the country, there are some priorities in life that we have to be around for right now. So we want to stick close in this next season, this next year or so, but we're quietly and secretly also building our forever life. All right, so be okay with your temporary season. Still make progress in the things that you want, in the life that you want to have, and don't look at situations as if you can't come back from them, overcome them, get over them. Find a way to say, how can I still make progress in this season? So with that, I want to ask you, have you ever felt like you were in a temporary season? Have you ever felt like you was in a season where you felt like you were sacrificing and it wasn't what you wanted in life at that moment, but you had to get through? Like my husband just said, we're in a season of just getting through. We're passing through this season. And are you going through that season now? Are you going through a season where you're passing through something, you're getting over something, and it's hard, it feels hard every day? You're like, oh, I can't wait till this over with. Which, I definitely felt like that too when I was even making a career pivot in life. Like when I made my career pivot and became a QA engineer, me and my husband was in a season of like COVID, and we both got sick, and they didn't know if I was going to survive because I kept getting sick. I couldn't breathe. So much was happening. And in that moment, like literally our incomes got so stuck, and it wasn't enough to save that, we were sitting here trying to find ways to pay rent. And then it's like we had to realize, okay, we need some more money so that, God forbid, if both of us can't work or something, we are at least making a little bit more. We could save more, we could do more, things of that nature. And when I was able to come out of that temporary season, which was for a few months, I was able to go from 40K to 80K to 160K to helping 5 of my family members and friends and my husband career pivoting to now hundreds of people. So that small temporary season of hurt and pain and not knowing what the other side was going to be is now today where I can now say I've helped hundreds of people also pivot into tech. I've helped 5 of my family members and my friends pivot into tech. My husband getting into tech. I was able to pack everything and move to another country and work remote for almost 3 years. And now I'm back again. Do you see how I came from wondering when am I going to get over the season to now talking about me getting over that season? And now I'm in another season of life. So I just want to encourage you to keep going on, but I want you to reflect and ask yourself, are you going through a temporary season? And how can I overcome this season? How can I still make this a good season of growth and peace and the potential to, you know, be able to get over this in a great way, even though you're going through obstacles. We all go through things. Just because people don't tell you, I mean, we ain't got to tell you all our business, right? But just because people online don't tell you and they show you all the good things doesn't mean they're not going through anything. But for you, how can you go through this temporary season and still be successful? My husband said, what'd you say?
Sometimes you gotta go through some shit in order to get to some shit.
He said, sometimes you gotta go through some shit in order to what?
Get to some shit.
To get to some shit. That's what he said, right? So, me and him have been through a lot, all right? We'll tell you our story one day. But we've been together 20 years. And we have been through a lot. And nothing was given to us. And so we're continuing to still work. This life is not perfect. But being able to have a high-paid skill and then learn how to grow a business definitely is helpful to creating a better life. So sometimes it's just creating those stepping stones so that you can keep moving forward.